Hey guys, it's Homesteading on a Dime's 2019 fall canning season. Now this year I used natural ingredients rather than pectin to make up my juice and my syrups. I used apples and oranges. Did I succeed? Did I fail? Let's find out. Well, today Mother Nature has dictated that we do our canning underneath the overhang of one of our wood sheds, so that's what we're going to do. I want to get this out of the way. We're going to be canning some cranberry juice and trying to make syrup today using a method that we have not used before. So let's get started. I got the cash cooker level. I got water in the big stock pot, and we're going to wash up and clean some jars. That's where we're going to start, and well, let's do it. Now here's the bad news. Because of all the rain we've received this month, and actually quite heavy rain, most of the berries got knocked off the bushes. So here we have not quite 3/4 of a 3-pound coffee can of cranberries. That's all I could find. I looked all over. Normally I don't have to go more than 20-30 yards from the front door, and I have all the berries I want, to be honest with you, but not this year. We are just kind of cranberry poor. But we're going to make the best of it, so we're going to put these on the stove and get them soaking and cooking. Okay, one of the first steps you have to do is to clean and wash your jars, of course. Okay, while we're getting everything else ready to go, cleaning our jars and prepping the rest of the tools and implements we'll need, we're going to start cooking the cranberries. I'm going to put about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water above the berry line and start the cooking process. Okie dokie. If little bits of stuff bother you, this video is not for you. Anyway, we got a little more water in there than I planned on putting in there, but that's okay. We take our cranberry smasher, Boris, and Boris is going to start the smashing process, and we're going to have to do this a lot. Let them cook and smash and destroy these berries. We'll let this get up to a rolling boil for a while, and then turn it down and let them cook, and then mash them occasionally just to make sure that they're all utterly and completely destroyed. We want every bit of juice we can get. Then there will be a straining process, and this year there's going to be another cooking process because I'm going to be using natural ingredients such as apples and oranges as pectin. I want to really try to get some syrup, some thick syrup out of this. I haven't been able to achieve that using just sugar, and I've tried store-bought pectin, and it just doesn't work out well for me. And I just haven't achieved the desired results, so we're going to give it another shot today. Now the next step, we turned off our heat initially, and we're going to transfer the juice into there, and we're going to strain it through the colander and some straining material. Actually, it's mosquito netting because I don't have any cheesecloth, but mosquito netting works good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer that into that, which will send it into the mixing bowl, and then we're going to redo the process one more time because not all of the berries are properly stomped. Okay, here we're in the process of transferring our juice into the colander, and we've got enough in there for now. So what we have to do is find a place to put our handy dandy dipper. Can't find one. And we take our smasher and make sure that all the juice gets pushed on through. We've got to kind of move it back and forth to make sure that all the juice is strained through into our vessel. Whoop. That looks pretty good. Then we will dump this stuff into another container, and we're going to cook this over again. Okay, what I did was I put all the berries that we smashed and cooked back into the stock pot, added some water, and boiled it up good. Don't ask me how much water I put in there. I just said, nah, this looks good, right? Because that's the kind of person I am. That's the precision you get here, boy. Let me tell you. Okay, this is now the juice making process where we sweeten everything up. Doesn't that look good? Holy smokes, that's a pretty color. Yeah, I have not put anything in this yet. I'm going to wait for it to heat up a bit. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a taste. Oh yeah, that tastes like a cranberry. Yeah. No, they're not that bad. They're just an acquired taste is all. Now, I don't know how much is in here, but we're going to start out adding a 1/4 cup at a time and dissolving it good in there until we get it to the where that wasn't quite a 1/4 cup. There we go. That's more like it. We'll stir that in until we get the taste where we want it. That's the important thing, right? Is the taste. Okay, I have added the sugar, and I'm going to stop at 1 cup. It tastes really good. It's still cranberry tasting. It's not super duper sweet, but it's very, very, very tasty. Just a little bit of tartness in it. Like I said, you can still taste the cranberry really, really well. It just doesn't taste just like sugar. So that's where I want it. So when we get this canned, and we find out how many pint jars we're going to get out of this, because I put everything in pint jars. You can reverse engineer, and if you decide to do this yourself, it'll give you kind of a starting point. But really, you got to do it to your own taste. You know, it's your cranberry juice, for crying out loud. You know, it's not mine. But I like it right there. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to start prepping the apples and oranges and try to figure out how to get them all in there so it does what I want it to do. Maybe it won't do nothing. Who knows? Okay, the grand experiment is in action. I let this cool down a little bit and retasted it because it can taste different when it's really hot as opposed to when it's cooled off. I just lit the fire back up here a bit ago, and here we have a bunch of diced apples. I'm going to throw these in here and let them cook along. They're 2 small apples, and we're going to let them cook and mash them up and see what kind of effects they have on this process. I did read up on the internet before I came up here on how to actually make pectin the real way, and it didn't interest me at all. That really didn't. So there you have it. So we're cheating as always. But you know, pectin is pectin, right? The pectin's in there already. We're just not extracting it in the typical fashion. So we're going to let this cook up. I'm going to get Boris the masher out again, and we'll mash those apples up as they cook, and we'll just see what it looks like. Okay, we are cooking this up good. Most of the apples have disintegrated. I did throw the last apple in there, the last small apple. I diced that up, threw that in there, as well as the peels. So there's 3 apple peels in there as well. I think we're going to turn this down and let it cool and see if this starts to thicken at all. Like I said, we've got our apples almost completely absorbed. And we'll just turn this off and see what happens. Let it cool for a little bit. Go in the house and have lunch, and then see what happens, hey? Alrighty, I cut those oranges up, separated the peel from the orange itself, and we're just going to cook them up, seeing as how they're the reason I brought them up here, so I might as well use them. I didn't notice a lot of thickening with just the apples, probably not enough apples. I don't know what breed of apples these are, I don't remember, but they're about the size of a tennis ball, I suppose. They're not Granny Smiths or anything like that. I don't know what they were. They were on sale, that's what they were. So we're going to let these orange peels cook up and release the pectin, I hope. And whether it does or not, we're going to strain these, put them in jars, and do the canning process, because it's getting late in the day. Well, there we have it. I finished cooking up the cranberry juice with the oranges and the orange peel in it. I pulled out the orange peel, did some minor straining, put everything in jars. I ended up with 5-pint jars. I was thinking I was only going to get 4, but I got 5. So let's throw these in the canner, and we're going to cook these for 15 minutes at 10 pounds. That's about twice the recommended time, but that's okay. 15 minutes is nothing. Okay, our cranberry orange concoction is inside the canner. The burner's lit. We'll let it get up to pressure and then start our countdown. Okay, I failed. Bite me. It's still good juice. It didn't set up at all. I was really disappointed in that, but since I didn't go to Google or anything like that and find out how much it would take, I just played it by ear, live and learn. Used 3 apples, 3 oranges, in, what was it, like 5 pints of this stuff to see if it would set up. It did nothing, not including, of course, the sugar I put in there, which wasn't all that much. It makes good juice, but I only got 5 pints. The good news is if I add it with what I have left over from last year, well, I still don't have enough, but it's better than nothing. So we will just utilize this winter, and hopefully the rain will hold off next year and we'll have a better berry crop. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it just a little bit. People like seeing me fail. Come on, you know you do. Thanks for giving me a like and a thumbs up, and thanks for subscribing, and leave me a comment saying anyway, I gotta go do some other stuff. I got more videos to put together, so we will see you on the next one.